Hello, welcome to the World Cup show. It's me, Chris Brack, and it's him, Kev O'Sullivan. Hello, Kev. We haven't done a show for ages, mate.
No, we haven't. We've kept avoiding each other like a good 24 good
I know it's all going to go downhill. We don't have a good record together, do we? When we're,
I know, we're all right. Well,
we'll be out with this because we can't actually lose anything.
Well, it'd be interesting to actually sit down and watch a game with you because normally when we're watching games together, we're texting like mad between the two of us about what's going on. But you know what? Looking at this game tonight, they're two evenly matched sides, and both of them will have been eyeing this game up as one must not lose, but two, if you can get 3 points, if either side can get 3 points out of this, they'll fancy coming out of the group second after watching I only watched the highlights of the England-Iran game, so both sides will fancy getting a positive result against Iran.
We'll talk about the England game as we go into it.
But maybe. I mean, there's
one of those like you can beat what's in front of you, but Iran are known for being very defensively sound and like a bit of a hard team to break down. But England caught them at the right time and just look, they took the chance. It was one of those games where it felt like every shot you took went in. You know, a bit like Liverpool versus Bournemouth. It felt a bit like one of those games where every time, if it was a bit rarer, a shot on target didn't go in. It just felt like one of those games, to be honest. But lineup wise, any sort of, we were talking about the lineup, so do you want to go through the lineup?
Looking at the US lineup here, they're lined up in a 4-3-3. You got Turner and goal, Sergio Dest, Tim Ream, Zimmerman, Robinson at the back, McKennie, Adams, and Musa in the middle of the park. More than likely, Sargent through the middle with Pulisic on one side, with Weah on the other side. It'll be interesting to see who lines up where in the front three.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like your standard 4-3-3. They've also got Gio Reyna on the bench with
Musa,
Aronson, and a few others. Actually, they've got a quite decent squad, to be fair to them, the US. And the Welsh, you've got Wayne Hennessy in goal, Chris Mepham, Roden, Davies as a back three, Roberts, Ampadu, Ramsey, and Nico Williams in at left wing back. Wilson, Bale, and Dan James as your front three. But again, they could line up in a 3-4-3, or they could line up with
the concern for the Welsh
variations.
The concern for the Welsh, though, is two of those lads, Roden, Wilson. They haven't played a lot. Wilson because of injury. Roden just doesn't. I don't think he gets a look in really for Spurs. I'm not sure if he's on loan at the moment, but you wouldn't have outplayed him. I think they've took Joe Allen with them.
Yeah, he's injured at the minute, but he's not fit later on.
Yeah, so Kiefer Moore's going to be an interesting one to bring up because he's done well in the Premier League, and Brennan Johnson as well, who's a real live wire for Forest. So there is some.
There is some. This is what I mean. This is a good game. This is the potential to be a really good game. They've only met each other once before, and it was a 0-0 in a friendly.
Oh, don't say that. So, if we're doing this, I'm not doing any more shows with you.
There's always room for improvement on this.
Yeah. Did you see
both sides are coming out now? They're both lining up with all the bells and whistles behind them.
Right. So for mine, just on my stream, I could just see the back of McKennie's shirt at the moment. So they're just walking out of the tunnel.
Okay. Well, this is where I wish I had my TV on for the anthems, because it's the first time a Welsh national anthem will have been heard in a World Cup since 1958, and Welsh do love to bang out a good national anthem.
Yeah.
Good evening to everyone in the chat. Jono, Bonkers, how you doing, guys? You all well?
Yeah. Jono, what's happened to Mendy? Yeah, we'll talk about that. Have you seen the Holland goals? It's,
yeah.
Not the best goalkeeping, is it?
No, it's not. But
Jono's going for a Wales win, so gives you scoreline as well, Jono. Bonkers gone 2-1 USA, so it can't be any worse. Yeah. I jokingly said, I think I said to you, Qatar will win because the host nation always wins the opening game. I think they said, isn't it the first time in like 20, 30 years?
Ever,
a host nation's lost their opening game because normally they get at least a draw.
Bonkers is going for a 2-1 to the US. I can see this being.
I can't call them because I think they're quite
see goals in this for both sides. I fancy the US to win it probably maybe 3-2. But I can see goals in this from both sides.
I'd take that just because it'd be an entertaining game.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's not a 0-0. Don't give me that.
John was going for a 2-1 to the Welsh.
But I mean, there's only a few in the comments, but we all sort of feel like it's not like a gimme either way. I wouldn't say. No. You wouldn't say, Oh yeah, it wasn't like some of the other games, like the Qatar game, where a lot of people fancied Qatar not to do very well. So I'm singing the US national anthem now. Are you on that? Or
I'm a bit further. The boys are belting out the Welsh anthem at the minute.
All right, what am I saying to you then? As they kick
when
off,
it comes to kick off, I'll pause. And then
I'll pause and I'll tell you when you
kick
off for
off.
me. Because
Exactly.
I'm streaming this on my laptop.
Yeah, that's fair enough. No bother. No bother.
Just seeing some fellow with a giant eagle's head on, which is a bit weird.
They're a special breed.
LFC Alex in the chat. Hello. So this will be fun. You, me doing commentary. I think it'll be all right. Me and you watching a match, because me and you watching a Liverpool game would be
it's different kettle of fish, different gravy altogether.
Oh, all the emotions come out there for you, mate. Yeah. That's why we don't. That's why we never do a Liverpool watch along, because I couldn't keep. You couldn't hold it in, could you?
The Welsh boys in the crowd are really giving it proper venom in this. Oh, wait until you see the pictures, man. They are giving it some.
Just about to start now.
Yeah, this is absolutely mental.
Yeah. Listen, look, people have their opinions on this World Cup, but for Wales, and a country like Wales, first time since the 50s, you're making a World Cup. It's
massive.
Once a life. This is like once a lifetime opportunity. Sometimes it's a thing that you take advantage when you're one of the nations that qualifies all the time.
Oh yeah.
So
I know. Look, don't get me wrong. I mean, I remember when Ireland qualified. I was in England in 1990 for Italia 90, and I would have given my right arm to be back home for that. When I've seen the videos of what it was like over here during 1990, man.
Yeah, I mean, during 1990, insane. I was 7 during 1990, but I'll be honest, I didn't properly get into watching football until I was probably about 9. I played, but didn't get. My first World Cup really is actually 94 onwards. So I've seen 1990 and I've seen all stuff, but that in my head, that's not my World Cup because I didn't see it. So actually, my first World Cup was watching USA 94 when England weren't even in it, but it was just a bit of a mad World Cup to watch. Actually, it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, and looking at that US midfield 3 and front 3, man, I'll tell you what, they're young. They're really young. Very young side, but it's a young side that will have come through the ranks together, so they'll all know each other inside out. They'll know each other's game inside out.
And the big thing is a lot of the US players now are also, have got European experience as well as MLS experience, which that helps them in these sort of international tournaments because they're used to playing in the bigger games,
but they're also used to tournament. They're also used to tournament football in a big way because of the CONCACAF tournaments that they've played in, and the meetings they get with Mexico and stuff like that. It is a big deal. We got Gareth Bale in the middle shaking hands with the American captain, who is Tyler Adams.
Well, I've got an advert for an airline. I've got Virgin Atlantic advert.
Oh, cool! It's better than Qatar.
And now I've got some fella dressed as
I agree.
I think it's a pizza advert. Some fella trying to pretend to be an Italian. It's a very bad pizza advert.
No, I agree. I
won't mention the brand. I won't mention the brand because you never know. They might sponsor us.
No one has a better anthem than the Welsh. Absolutely, 100% agree. It's the best anthem in the world, bar none. I think the only one that comes close is the Italians, but that's in F1. You know what I mean?
Although I have seen it, the Italian one for Italian 90. I must admit, for that opening circle, I've seen that does take it up a level.
Oh yeah, big time.
Right, so they're just announcing that they're showing the teams on the screen now for me.
Yeah. Well, the officials you've got a Qatari official as the VAR. I think you've got 4 VAR officials for each game, as well as the 3 in the pitch.
It's been very hit and miss the VAR so far, hasn't it?
I haven't because I only watched the full 90 minutes. I've only watched was the one last night, so I was in work all day, so I didn't really get to watch much. Watched the second half of the Dutch game, and I think we'll get.
It was a very end-to-end game, but not loads of chances. So a very weird game.
It was a weird game.
It was open, but no chances. It was
quality turned out in the end because they were just. The Gakpo goal was a really good finish, brave finish. Lovely.
You can see where Senegal missed Sadio.
Sadio's a huge miss.
Sadio's pace in behind would have caused a lot more issues for them.
The US will be kicking off any minute now, dude.
Right, I'm nowhere near there. So if you want to pause,
yeah,
kicks off, and I'll shout you when mine kicks off. We'll see how far behind them. I think I'm about 30 seconds behind. I think I can't fast forward.
No worries. I'll hang fire now a second. Yeah. Okay, I'll just wait for you now. Just let me know when you've kicked off.
Will do. So I'm just watching lots of very, very excitable Americans. How many World Cups now is this now for America?
I think they've qualified for the last 5.
Yeah. So again, that will put them favourites on this because they've got a lot more tournament experience as a nation.
Yeah, but the last time Wales were in a tournament was the Euros in Portugal, and they went to the semi-final.
That's very true.
Granted, that Wales was a better Wales than what we've got today.
Okay, right. So we're nearly kicking off. Come on. Kick the bloody ball. Right, who's that in the middle? It's gonna kicked off.
Okay,
so
ball comes right across America on the attack. And it's just we're just waiting for the game to settle down. Ball's coming out for a throw in. America looks like they want to get on with it quickly. The one thing I'll say, the temperature over there tonight, something like 23 degrees. So perfect weather really for football.
Yeah, nothing like it was earlier. I think earlier today was a lot hotter, wasn't it? Which I think was the killer, I think.
US look like they're settled into a back 4. Wales in their normal 3-5-2, 5-3-2. Ball one back by the Welsh. The decent position, but they went back to try to recycle the ball. Be interesting to see the Welsh. Do they look to slow the pace down, slow the game down, and play it at their pace? Because I'd imagine the US want to play at a high intensity.
Yeah, good tackle. Good tackle by Adams. There we
go. Timothy Weah's playing out on the right. Lovely 1-2. Quick snap into the tackle. Nothing in that.
Nothing in that.
Serginho Dest will get up and down.
Good player. He's a good attacking fullback, Dest.
Yeah. Nico Williams, customary to be playing on the left.
Yeah, he's good at either side as a wing back. He's suitable there. It's not really settled down. There's a lot of head tennis, isn't it?
Pulisic, that's free kick.
Yeah. Sloppy by Road. I mean, that's what. Unfortunately, that's what he does. That's what he does for Spurs. He can be very rash.
Not really. I always saw Rodon as more of a centre mid. You know what I mean, or a holding player rather than your number 6. But
he's too rash to be a centre back at times.
Yeah, they're playing it with Ampadu as well. So Wayne Hennessy and goal. Pulisic standing over it, looking to whip a ball in.
Where is he now, Hennessy?
Wayne Hennessy.
Is he at Forest as backup?
I'm not sure, mate. I don't know. Genuinely.
Somebody in the chat will tell me in a minute. I thought he'd gone to Forest as a backup to Henderson.
Tim Ream will probably be the target here. Ream and Zimmerman.
Someone's that's saying where's the clock? We're at 2 minutes 31. We're on at the moment. It was a crap free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's poorly.
Page has done well. The Welsh manager taking over. He took over from Giggs. He's got them playing that. Decent football, to be honest.
Republic of Ireland have come up against Wales quite a bit over the last few years. They're generally a hard side to play against. They'll draw sides in, and when you've got the likes of Bale,
Ramsey,
and Wilson. Well, not so much Ramsey. I don't rate Ramsey that highly anymore.
I think Ramsey's very good for a third man runner, though. He will give you that option.
He's so far behind him, though, mate.
Emmett's saying he is at Forest, Hennessy. So I mean, even the goalie's not playing very much. I mean, obviously the other goalie's Ward.
Ball's gone out. The US look. I'll be honest. The US look quite comfortable in that setup.
George Washington in the crowd there.
What's that?
Some fella dressed as George Washington in the crowd there.
Bless him.
Yeah. Nicky Williams getting a talking to off the referee.
These refs in this tournament are just murder for this. Yeah, they're going in and having a natter and a chin wag with the defenders. Now, if there's a foul, just give it as a foul. They won't do it a second time. But Pulisic needs to put a better delivery in here.
Yeah, got to be as bad as the last one.
That was poor. I mean, the thing is, they got to get it right because you've got Dan James who can play on the counter. If they get it right, if the Welsh get it right, they can be really dangerous.
Comfortably cleared again. It's not a great corner.
No, it was poor. But again, US have the ball to recycle, come back again. Out on the left, nice step over, ball in. No, nobody in the middle. But
no fizzing
it's a good start for the US. They started well here.
To be fair to the Welsh, they're at least keeping a solid shape. It's almost like a bit of a diamond off the ball sometimes, which is making them really hard to break down.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, but
they're just telling Bale to stay up front, aren't they?
Yeah, he hasn't got the legs to do anything else, but that's not,
it's not his fault.
Their threat is going to be from Dan James.
Yeah. That's the one thing Williams gives you. He's an excellent ball carrier.
Yeah, I mean, our game clock at the minute, we're on 5 minutes, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if you want to pause your telly and let us know.
Emmett's miles ahead. Rewind it, Emmett. Jonah's in the past. It's great. Game plan of Wales. Stefan Mack saying game plan for Wales is give the ball to Bale 30 yards out and repeat. It's not a bad.
Rinse and repeat. Yeah, it is. It's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surprised to see Wilson
Mendy wasn't great for Senegal. Flapped at the first goal and as a weak shot straight at him in danger. Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't good at all, Mendy. Both goals he's pretty culpable for, I would say. But yeah, the Senegal Holland game wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Actually, I saw bits. What I saw of it, it was end to end, but not massive chances really.
Yeah, I watched the second half and it was bitty. But Timothy Weah on the ball. They're trying. The Americans are playing this like they're really on the front foot.
Yeah,
they want to try and force the game. The thing is, if they can get an early goal, Wales have to come out and attack.
Yeah,
this could be some interesting.
Yeah,
McKenny with a lovely, interesting haircut.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting haircut.
Yeah,
I think you should get that, Kev, if we win the league.
Yeah, that's never happening, my man.
Yeah,
never in a million years.
Go on, you're going to get a Vidal. You're going to get a Vidal haircut at one point.
Yeah, Oshin, I'm with you, mate. It was one of those today that it was such a bitty game, but when it came up, that Gakpo goal was so brave. That header was so brave.
Long clearance there by Hennessy. Let's try and get Dan
Wales
James behind, straight through to the keeper.
Yeah, they need to get a foot on the ball here. We 1 second.
Yeah. Okay, back with Dent. Right back, just over the halfway line now. Dent gets it back again, back to the centre backs. Yeah, USA just playing it along the back really at the moment, just recycling possession. Quite low pace.
The dog is sat here and he's bored out of his brain. So kids are upstairs in their room.
Did he watch the Holland game as well? Did he? He's just sat there in his Dutch shirt going, "It's rubbish." This. Yeah, Zimmerman. It's a Ream.
Oh, to Robinson. Robinson's all right actually. Yeah. He's further forward. Is it Tim? Is it Weah on that side?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Weah
on the left.
Weah out on the left. Him and Pulisic keep switching. To be fair.
Pulisic is their danger, but they've got some.
Looks a foul. That no, not given.
They look tasty enough. To be fair,
they look a lot.
They're moving the ball quick as well. You can see. You can imagine if you put Aronson into the mix here.
Little surprised he's not starting actually.
I think it's more a case of see what the game pans out like in the first hour, be in the game for the last 30. And then someone like him would be really interesting.
Yeah, because he's doing really well for Leeds.
But I'm looking at this and thinking, where the Welsh going to try and get on the ball? So that's a lovely touch. What a cross!
Oh God, nearly an own goal. What a look! That was right at him.
I mean, that just hit him. Hennessy
cross comes in.
it.
I think it's road. Yeah. I think it's road, and it hits on the head. Luckily, it's straight at the keeper. Second cross comes in. Sargent tries to flick it on near post and just puts it in the wrong side of the post. Nearly a spectacular own goal, though.
Wayne Hennessy had no clue. What a touch!
What a touch! Yeah, it takes it around Nico.
Knee, bangs it across.
Oh, he gets it all wrong there.
It was Davies. Was it Davies or Roden?
Was it Davies?
One of the two, but that's our.
I think it's Roden, yeah, but he gets it.
Sargent's second header was saved as well.
Yeah, he was.
That should have been a corner.
I know he didn't appeal for it, really, did he?
Yeah, that should have been a corner. I don't know why on earth he didn't appeal for that.
Yeah.
They do look dangerous. They've got pace and that quick 1-2 touch.
Yeah, I'm not
to
sure
get in around the Welsh. They've got to snap out of this.
Yeah.
See Harry Wilson urging him to come forward. Try to close the gap.
Well, this will be an interesting challenge. Obviously, we saw a bit. You saw the highlights of the England game. I mean, a lot of it was done at walking pace. They have this sort of interplay, and I don't expect England to have, which probably might be a blessing in disguise. No, Harry Maguire, I wouldn't expect to play in the next game because I think he went up with a concussion.
Yeah, I've seen someone saying that online. If it's a suspected concussion, you could be looking at that. Could be the group games done for him. You wouldn't know.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a late tackle on Nico Williams. That's a naughty one by Serginho Dest, and he's getting a booking for that.
Booking for that, yeah. But same with the Iranian keeper. I mean, did you see what happened with the Iranian keeper?
Yeah, that was horrific. That was horrific.
Clash of heads. He broke his nose. He's down for a good 10 minutes treating it. And he stands up. Yeah, he stands up all wobbly legged, and you're thinking, well, he's clearly off. He put his glove back on. I'm like, what's going on? And literally, he stayed on the pitch for.
It's a culture of what you're used to, Chris. That's all it is, mate. It's a culture of what he's used to in his own league, whether they have concussion protocols or not, and probably they don't. Their just attitude might be just get on with it.
Yeah,
and.
I mean, literally, he lay down within 40 seconds because he just didn't look right. I don't think he knew where he was. The poor fella. So again, he's the same. He'll probably be. That could be his World Cup over now, which is a shame for him.
If you're Wales now, you've got Serginho Dest on a yellow card. You stick Dan James on him and get him on the ball as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
So, guys, if you could actually, that could be Gav. Cool.
Yeah.
Gav normally doesn't bother with these games, but you never know. He's right there. If you could hit the like button and subscribe, it would really help out a lot.
Tried to put the ball with Dents there, nearly got it. It's right. Iran's keeper is their biggest threat with his long throwouts. Yeah, I think he holds a record for the longest throwout as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, mad thing is Iran have took 4 keepers, haven't they, to the World Cup, which is a bit strange. Not sure why you need 4. That's
another one.
That's another late tackle again on Nico Williams.
It's a harsh yellow. That's a harsh yellow, to be fair.
Late from behind, though, isn't it? I think they've set the tone with the because the same player.
That's not yet always.
That's a yellow. straight through the back of him. It's a stupid tackle. I know he gets a bit of the ball first, but he knows he's going straight through the man there.
Yeah.
They've clearly targeted Nico as the threat.
Former teammates, these two, Weston McKennie and Aaron Ramsey.
Oh, right.
Juventus.
Oh, of course he's at Juventus.
But that's 2 players now on this side of the pitch, both on yellow cards.
Yeah.
And the way the Americans want to play the game.
What do you reckon? Is Wilson going to swing this? I think Wilson's going to swing it. They'd left Williams out wide at one point. They're going to try and do the quick plate down the line.
He'll play this with him with his left foot.
See if it's a better delivery than what we've seen from Pulisic so far. See if he can improve.
This is coming from deep. Bale has stood on the near post, which is surprising.
Yeah, this is Wilson's speciality, though, isn't it? Set pieces. This is the main thing.
This has got to go far post to head it back across for Bale.
For Bale, yeah.
For Bale to come in, but he's got to get this one deep. Looks weird with that haircut, doesn't he?
Yeah, must admit, I do like that Welsh kit though. It's a nice kit.
Oh yeah, it's a nice kit.
It goes deep, goes to the back post. Header back. No, it's too deep to header back.
Ramsey with a snap.
Shot from distance, miles over.
Roden as well.
Ampadu, wasn't it? It was the right idea to play that. It just Roden didn't get his header. It was more behind, wasn't it? Not across. I think he needed to be attacking it further forward.
Well, you may as well, if you're going to have a dig from there. But in all fairness, you got to be looking to keep the ball in that situation. You've got the ball in their final third for the first time in Youngs. Stefan asking how are Iran ranked 20th and Senegal African champions are 18th. It's a joke. Yeah, don't ever ask me to try to explain FIFA's ranking systems.
I think the big thing with Iran is I think their record, they don't concede many. It's a lot of 0-0s and 1-0 wins in the games they play. So I think that's why they always qualify, because they're normally quite difficult to beat.
And they also play a lot of Confederation tournaments, Asian Cup.
Yeah.
And they're dominant in their region, so they're always racking up points. It's like Belgium.
Yeah,
Belgium are always ranked number 1 and 2 in the FIFA rankings because they qualify so well. They haven't lost a qualifier since 2009.
And they always do well in the Nations League as well, which adds a big one. Another late tackle again. Like Bonkers saying what we said before. Dan James should get a dent. He's got a yellow.
100%. There's Weston McKennie again, just trying to draw the Welsh out now. This seems to be their game plan for the Americans. Just go from side
slow
to
it
side,
down. And the big switch, isn't it?
World Cup fans only chanting, "We want beer." No one has started the YMCA chant yet. I wait. If someone starts the YMCA chant, please let us know.
Did you see that one of that? Did you see that one of that Ecuador fan who was doing the money signs?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
that was.
They weren't liking that, were they?
No, they weren't. But I'm glad the camera, because this is the thing. All of the pictures that we're all seeing is coming from Qatar. From the production team that are in Qatar. We're all
apparently he censored Irambu in their national anthem. So did you see the Mark Ogden tweet earlier?
I did, yeah.
About the capacity. So the capacity for the attendance of the games was 41,000, even though it's a stadium that only holds 40,000.
Yeah, they mentioned that in RT there. Robbie Richmond makes a point there. When a captain wears the One Love armband, FIFA promised not only a yellow card, but also the players banned penalty points for the team, according to the German news outlet. That confirms a report from Sky in the UK as well.
Yeah, because we'd heard about the yellow card. He'd been instant.
You heard about the yellow card, but they said post-match they will ban the captain or whoever's wearing it from the next game as a minimum starting point, and they would look to increase it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No surprise with the
Dest is on the ball here. Dest again, back to McKennie. It's sort of the same pattern again. They get about 2/3 into it, and then it goes back to centre backs and tries to switch to the other side. But very probing, looking for a gap, really, isn't it?
Yeah, as long as the Welsh are disciplined with it, they'll be okay. Yeah. But this is where they could have joy.
Pulisic then, unlucky there.
Yeah, that's where they could have joy down the sides with Pulisic.
I think that's what the Welsh need. They need to try and get Dan James to stretch the pitch for a counter. Because that's the one thing Bale's not going to be able to do anymore.
Oh, Christ, no.
He's seen a lot of the ball, Dest, isn't he, as well?
They will do. They get both their fullbacks high up the pitch. You look at them they're playing. Their front four are right at the pitch. Be it one of the two number 8s, and their front 3 as well. They're joining up to play. Yeah, it was offside by a mile. Ramsey. This is where the Welsh can't get out.
Overplaying that, Ramsey.
Yeah, they can't get out. They don't have an out ball. You look how deep Gareth Bale is there, and he's their number 9. You know what I mean?
Mepham goes down too soft there. Pulisic, silly goal kick. Look, Pulisic's got to wake up there. He's going down too softly there. Gane, he's not had a lot of game time recently. Is he in and out with his injuries? Pulisic. He's still younger than you think, though, isn't he, Pulisic? Isn't he? He's like early 20s.
He's 23 or 4.
Yeah,
he just seems to have been around forever.
Yeah, doesn't it? Remember, I was trying to buy him for like 11 million when he was like about 18.
He was at Dortmund, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lisa Whitlock there in the comments making, there's an awful lot of empty seats there. Bonkers making the same point there. Empty seats in the game. Hannah, you're right. It is one of those, unfortunately. Yeah, Lucas makes a point there. Ban on armband, not ridiculous. Stop using football as a political or personal message board. Yeah, that would be fine if sport wasn't used to whitewash countries' images around the globe. It is what it is. Sports has always been used by governments to whitewash their images to the global audience. So the more symbolism that sports people use to highlight oppression and highlight wrongs in the world, the better, for my opinion. And the more I see of it, the better. And it's a good point to say that this pod is proudly using the hashtag One Love right the way through this entire watch-along series for the whole tournament. Thank you very much for coming, Lucas.
Hennessy on the ball here. Long punts up front. Look at the Gareth Bale.
In the air again.
Straight
haven't seen that's Tyler Adams. I haven't seen much of the.
I've seen much Roberts so far, have we?
Well, not so much Roberts, but the young lad Musa in the middle of the park making his debut for the US tonight. Played for England under 17s as a young kid. He's the youngest debutant to play for the US national team at a World Cup at 19. Came through the Arsenal Academy. He's at Valencia now. Bright things, expected from him in the future. So he's definitely one to look out for. But there's an awful lot of good young talent in this American side. They're finally starting to reap the rewards of hosting the tournaments in '94 that created the infrastructure for this generation to flourish, really. Before then, it was very rare for American players to make it into Europe. I think Alexi Lalas was probably one of the few. Gio Reyna's father, Claudio Reyna, was another one. But
because I think even when we had Friedel, Brad Friedel was still one of the very rare Americans to move over. Whereas now you do see a lot more Americans in European football.
Well, Aaron, the next World Cup is split between 3 countries: Mexico, Canada, and the US. It was, and the thing is, the US were in the bidding to host this World Cup as a sole representative, but so were Japan, were a standalone bid. So was Korea, and so was Australia.
Australia would have been an interesting one. Good skill.
They get that far, don't they? And then it's like panic stations. But there's so many Welsh bodies in that penalty box.
I think they seem to overplay the final ball a bit too much, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised America didn't try and get the World Cup on their own for the next one, because let's face it, they've got the stadiums for it, both MLS and NFL.
The infrastructure in the States is the best in the world. The only thing that would let the US down is not the stadiums, but it's the distance that needs to be covered.
It's a lot of traveling, isn't it? And there's the altitude thing you've got to get used to as well.
Depends on where you play. If you're playing in Colorado or somewhere like that.
I remember Gerald talking about that.
So another long ball from Zimmerman.
He said that was the big thing he found to difficult to adjust with in America was all of a sudden you had to play at altitude, the next week you didn't. He said he found it bizarre, really hard to do.
Mepham's doing a good job there on Robinson. But they're always looking for that long ball over the top from right centre-back to left full-back and vice versa.
They've clearly decided that's where the Welsh weakness is trying to get behind the 2 wing-backs.
They're trying to get behind Mepham. Welsh are looking to finally get their foot on the ball, spread the play. Now, hopefully the nerves have come out of this. I mean, this is huge for Wales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we know they're a good side with good players, but this is their first World Cup in 65 years.
Oh, it's a shame.
It is a big deal. It's huge.
There by Davis.
Yeah, Gareth Bale has started. He's playing as a 9, but don't expect...
Nico Williams as well against Timothy Weah there, because Timothy Weah looks lively.
He does, doesn't he? It's a big test for Nico, especially playing as a left wing back.
Yeah.
That's good play again from Davies. He'll get that cover from Davies, though. Davies is really good on that left side.
Another late foul. This time by Tyler Adams.
Pulisic telling the referee to relax. I mean, there was late. There was nothing in it. It's not, it's just a foul.
I mean, the Welsh are being clever there because they know this referee seems to be quite keen on a yellow. Just a bit impetuous, some of these tackles, aren't they? Anderson is Gareth Bale playing. He's on the pitch, but they keep trying to...
Ocean, 17 members, not 11. But it is what it is.
Time check, we're on 25:02 if people want to know where we're up to. Pulisic
again, the Americans coming down. Tim Robinson looking for the cross. It's more of a floaty cross in, looking for Tim Weah.
Good edit.
Well, they're dealing with that kind of ball pretty well, to be fair.
It's too many floaty crosses, isn't it? Which I would say for their centre backs is probably what they want. They need to fizz it in a bit more.
Sargent is going to struggle to win balls in the air from there.
Yeah, they definitely need to go with more pace.
More pace on the space better. They need to work the space better. When they get to the final third, they just need to work that space a lot better.
Terrible touch.
Lucky.
Throw into
lucky.
God, it's like watching my touch at 5-side, though.
26 minutes in now. The Welsh have got to be,
the Welsh would be fairly happy because the USA have dominated the ball, but
they've done nothing.
The best chance was Roden trying to put it into his own net, really, and then the Sargent chance, which I'll be honest, was from a tight angle, which you wouldn't expect to beat the keeper from.
Oh, you've got to make that ball stick, man. That's
It's a little bit too.
There's so much space to play into. So much space to play into. Like, you don't have to be that accurate with it.
No, I think that's where. I think that's what lets Ampadu down. I don't think he's got the greatest passing range.
There was high hopes for him at Chelsea, wasn't there?
Yeah,
I don't know if he's still on loan from Chelsea, but
I always thought he was going to be a centre back than a centre mid, though.
Yeah,
I suppose if he was fit, this is probably the sort of game where they would have preferred Joe Allen in, just because he's at least got a bit more of an idea for
get his foot on the ball.
He keeps on the ball a bit more. But is he? I know he's in the squad, but he's not even going to feature today, is he?
No, he's injured. I mean, the naming everyone who's in the squad is named, so that's another round.
Floaty.
Do you know what I mean?
Trying to make it pick it out the air over his shoulder, play it into his feet.
The Welsh
not a particularly difficult pass that for Wilson either, to be honest.
Cheers, Emma. Ampadu is still a Chelsea player.
Oh, okay. It's just one that's permanently on loan.
Oh, is that the first game tomorrow at 10 a.m.? Argentina against the Saudis. That could definitely be the game to launch a bid for top scorer in the World Cup. Games like that. Nice ball in for Sargent again.
What game's that, sorry, Kev?
Tomorrow, Argentina against Saudi Arabia.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he's on loan at Spezia.
Is that what it is?
Serie A. Yeah, Serie A.
Ah, okay. Bit like Harry Wilson, isn't it? Ampadu, at some point you've just got to find a home. And just get your career going, permanently going on loan. This many loans is probably no good for him now. I think he just needs to get a club agreement to go from there.
That's
just
too
gliding
easy.
Past to the Welsh players.
That's Musa.
Excellent. And
bring it on. He's going to have a dig from here. Have a go, son.
Oh my God! And it's
Sergio.
Proud. He should get a second yellow just for that shot. Fourth loan since 2019.
Yeah, He has been out on loan an awful long time. It is mental that he's just another one of many at Chelsea, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I just don't think he's ever going to make it at Chelsea, is he?
Oh God, no. No, I mean, you'd look at it now. It's a case of they're trying to build up the best possible fee they can get for him.
Yeah,
that's good pressing there by Tim Weah.
Yeah,
it's really good.
What do you think? Especially when you think of the young players they've got there at Chelsea that are playing now. You know, Gallagher and the lad who plays centre back did really well in the FA Cup final. Chalobah. You look at those sort of players, thinking he's just a level below them. There's nothing wrong with being that, but I think for his own career, he needs to
this is good play, good area for Serginho Dest. Well
outside the box. Tackle again by Harry Wilson. Nico Williams, tenacious tackle. I think he was praying for a free kick there, wasn't he? Just to hope it'll fall for him.
I mean, you're looking at it. I mean, he had the real big chance at Leipzig.
Didn't really work, did it?
It's never worked anywhere for him. That's the thing. You know, Emma's put the loans in there. Sheffield United, Venezia, that's in Serie B, I think, and Spezia in Serie A. There's Robinson again, Fulham, well blocked and half cleared. But you look at it, Wales win it back here.
But they've got nowhere to go to.
There's nowhere to go. They're hoping to get a foul and the ref eventually gives a free kick. But that's the difference. When you see us, Liverpool, in that kind of situation, or most top Premier League sides, they'll get the ball there and they'll just play quick 1-2 football to get out. And
I mean, to be fair, the USA have been doing that. A few times the Welsh got on top of them. They've done that.
Wales are trying to play direct, but there's nobody up that they can hit. There's no outball.
Long punt up front. I think he's looking for Bale.
And again, it's just too easily giving it back.
Not sticking at all, is it?
The Americans are just...
This got to tell at some point in the Welsh because you can't spend the whole game chasing.
No, I think if the US get a goal, and they're the better side.
Yeah.
They're the better side by...
Wide left here now. Okay.
Timmy Way again looking for Serginho Dest. This is where Wales the US have to try to pull the Welsh about a bit more.
A bit quicker, don't they? It's a bit...
Yeah.
It's still at that position a bit too pedestrian, which makes it easier for them to get back into the back five.
Well, there's Aaron saying there he thought Wales would be better than this. This is kind of how Wales do tend to play against better opponents. They're very dogged and hard to beat, and they depend on trying to hit
especially this Wales side. The one, like you said, the one they had in the Euros had a bit more flair in it, a bit more pace, so they could be a bit more expansive.
Yeah, Oshie makes a good point there. Kiefer Moore from Bournemouth would be an early second half man up top to hit. Absolutely, but it's going to be.
It's just, but they're going to have to switch up formations because there's no way they can stick Bale out wide because it's not going to help him at all.
That's just stupid. Do you know what I mean? That's just nonsense from Chris Mepham. That's just absolute nonsense.
He's looking to get a booking himself, to be honest.
Pulisic is asking the question, and it's a fair question. The US have picked up 2 early bookings. And I mean, what's that? It's nonsense, like.
Bit of silly
It's out for another corner.
Yeah, a bit of silly non-league stuff, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So it's third time looking for Pulisic.
Yeah, it'll be 1 second, Chris. 1 minute, mate.
Cross comes in. Headed clear again. Too deep. US cycle it again. Shot from this. Nope. Out wide against Pulisic. Wide left. Cross comes in. No. Still haven't really worked the keeper yet. Those new to the chat, thanks for watching. Let us know what your score predictions. We've had, I think Bonkers had 2-1 USA and somebody else had 2-1 Wales. So any other score predictions after seeing what we've seen? Thor is saying, hate to say it, but I think USA and Wales won't test England. Not saying I want England to lose, but I could do without the hype that will be followed by trolls when someone decent. Yeah, I know what you mean. There is that thing around the England fan base. It'll be over the top.
Look,
I mean, to be fair, I think England. I think a lot of England fans were happy with the result today because I can remember England Algeria in 2010. Algeria were dreadful, and it's the most god awful 0-0 I've ever seen. And England have had a habit of that in opening tournaments of playing those sorts of sides and just making it really difficult for themselves. So, look, at the end of the day, do what you need.
I'm looking at this and I'm just trying to figure out how. That's a lovely ball. That's a lovely finish.
Lovely finish. Finish like George Ware.
That is a lovely finish. And that's again,
Pulisic, wasn't it? Plays him through, and Timothy Ware just sticks it under the keeper.
A bit of quality, a good bit of quality. Nico got done on the run there. Yeah. I want to see this back again, but
that the ball from Pulisic is perfectly weighted.
Yeah, real pace in this. I mean, Timmy Ware is just hanging out he's just hanging out in the wing, waiting.
Gives it to
inside Pulisic. Nico. Lovely. That's a brilliant run. That's a really good run.
Yeah, he caught
right
Nico.
foot.
For the first time he's caught Nico Williams out. That's a lovely finish. Nice dink over the keeper's trailing leg because you see so many of them hit the keeper straight away.
Yeah, Stephen Davies or Davies' body positioning was all wrong as well. Nico had to give him a shout to watch the runner, but that was a beautiful ball in.
No more than what USA deserves, to be fair.
Oh yeah, absolutely deserved it. Wonder Woman and the Bald Eagle having a bit of a blast, and
there's a phrase you never thought you'd say at the World
Cup. Only in a World Cup, mate. Only in a World Cup are you going to get the Bald Eagle and Wonder Woman having it off in the away end.
Yeah. Emmett saying Hennessy could have stood up a bit longer. Possibly.
This is it now. This is where the Welsh are going to have to come out and
switch out wide to Nico on the left.
Try to play football. That's a lovely deep cross.
Oh, too much on it. Right idea.
Yeah, right idea. 100%.
Oh, hit it.
Yeah, Aaron, there you're right. Wales ripped apart there.
Yeah. Who's he play for? Tim?
George's footsteps. Stage he never made. That's interesting, actually. George Weah never played in the World Cup for Liberia.
And I went to Autopilot and saying George Weah. So,
if Brazil or France scored that goal, people would be going crazy. You're dead right, Aaron.
Mm.
You know, it would have been if that had been the top nation. If that had been England, if that was Harry Kane slipping that in for Raheem Sterling, the English press are drooling over that. It is. That is a quality goal.
Is that Lily? He played 5 times for PSG, had a loan at Celtic, and then he played 6 times for Lille. Okay.
Really good player. Really good talent. I like it. It was an intelligent run. That's what I really liked about it. It was a really intelligent run.
Cool finish, though. You know, because we've seen most players slash at that, don't they? You know, it was a very nice, calm chip over the keeper. It was nice.
But this is where Wales have got to figure out how are they going to attack this American side. And the Americans look like they're intent on pressing the ball all over the pitch.
Plus, Hennessy's kicking's not the best.
It's not. So that's what there you go again, giving it straight back. Weston McKennie on the ball. Good pressing from the Welsh there to win it back again. But
McKennie looks it. I think McKennie's pulled something there. He looked like he was holding his groin there.
Yeah.
He's
not happy.
No, he's pulled something there. You can tell by the way he's holding himself. That's definitely a groin tweak, that.
Yeah, he needs to run. Yeah, he needs to either stop or hope that it's just a
tweak.
Just a tweak, and he can walk it off. Like
Roden long punt forward, headed
there's
clear.
no quality in it.
No, Harry Wilson just chasing shadows there. It's just
this 3-4-3 is not working for Wales in the slightest. They're getting outworked.
If you got to do that long, but like I said in the chat earlier, if you got to do that long punt forward, bring on Kiefer Moore. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Gareth Bale booked here for late tackle from behind.
Let's have a look. Reaching for it, reaching. Yeah, you're never getting there, son. Get the man before the ball.
Yeah. Any tackle from behind, though, you're always going to get pulled for it.
Yeah. I think Emmett's saying that was harsh. I think it's just more the totting up procedure, really.
I think so. Dylan saying Musa of the USA would be ideal for Liverpool running the show for the Americans.
He's doing well, and the thing is, he's at Valencia at the minute, and he's only just broke in at Valencia this season. Came through at Arsenal and played for England at under-17 level. He's still only a young kid. He's still 19. I think he's definitely one to watch for the future.
People say it's still in the box, chips across.
Yeah.
Oh, Wales got away with that. Got away with not giving a penalty there.
Yeah,
a couple of wild challenges. Do you think it's supposed to what Liverpool need at the moment is they probably need more of a little bit more experience?
Yeah,
as in like somewhere in the mid 20s. Probably don't
Someone
need a youngster at the moment. Yeah, probably don't need another youngster in the game. We've got a few youngsters in the side at the moment, so I would probably say you look for someone like 23, 24, unless obviously they call Jude Bellingham, which then he plays like he's 24.
True. Jono there, he was wrong about Wales. They're dreadful. They look like a team whose best players are all too old. They do, don't they?
They're like halfway through the next cycle, halfway through a cycle, don't they?
Yeah. This system.
Aaron says it's always dodgy sign the player cycle is based on what they do in the tournament. Yeah, there is that. I do wonder how often that happens sometimes. If it confirms it.
McKennie's got to be careful.
Another silly free kick.
Yeah, McKennie's got to be careful there.
Ramsey
didn't go out as well. Won by Tim Ream.
Did well there. He's done well. He plays full, doesn't he, Tim Ream?
Yeah.
Back on the ball now again.
So is Robinson as well.
Yeah.
That's the difference between the Welsh and the Americans in this. Look how they're building the play through the middle of the park. Fine, it didn't work out from this time, but they're passing it through the lines.
Davis trying to play it long to Bale. Bale just, I don't think he's got beyond the jog yet. I don't know if that's just because he's not capable of getting beyond the jog.
It's a lovely flick back to McKennie. Ware's hanging out wide.
Been a good first half of this so far, hasn't it?
It's been a good first half for the Americans. They've been impressive, considering they're not been in any kind of form coming into this tournament. Like
I was saying, El Hadjiouf and Salif Diao most notably really poor for us. Salif Diao was actually signed before the World Cup.
Yeah,
it's a misconception that he was. That was why we signed him. The Diouf deal was done before the World Cup. Then because he did well in the World Cup, we were like, "What the hell?" People thought we got a good player, and then he wasn't that great for us.
I gotta admit, that's horrific.
A loose pass there, so to make something of it.
That's a terrible ball. But see, again, they're forced to go.
To play it too, so it gives USA time to get back.
Forced to go long. Dan James. You forget that Dan James is playing.
Yeah, on the inside of Williams, James again. But again, it's back to the centre backs, and there's no impetus. Because where he gives the ball away there, a better side drives in the middle of that US defence and at least tests them. Yeah, I agree with Emmett. Wales look out of ideas. They are playing a lot of hoofball. It is just very, very direct. Been a good game though. I've enjoyed this half.
It's been all right. I mean, you just want Wales to play through the lines a bit more. That's all.
Another free kick. No,
he's let him play an advantage.
Ramsey wide left. Has he got the corner? He has.
Yeah, he's got the corner.
Right. This is where they need Harry Wilson to put a decent ball in.
They don't deserve anything out of this so far, but it'd be typical.
No, but you would argue if they get from this, it's USA Pro haven't been clinical enough, I would say.
Well, the lads are going to be doing a show tonight, Dylan, on that review of all of today's games.
Yeah,
and everything that's gone on in the day. And it's been an eventful day today, to be honest. On and off the pitch.
20 goals today. Oh God, this referee! You stop talking to people. Fuck's sake. Actually, good job he blew because it was a shit corner. So we get to try again.
But every game, every corner, every game.
I don't know why we do it.
To have a player, have a chat, have a natter with the guy who stood.
Just play the game. If
Every game,
you pull them down, just give the penalty. Or give the free kick if it's the other way around. That's it. Don't warn them.
That's a decent ball.
Don't make enough of it, though. Okay, just showing the ball again.
Such a good ball by Pulisic.
That's a great outside the boot. Yeah, it's a lovely finish, that.
Yeah. Deserved. They've been the better side by a distance. They've been the better side by a distance.
1-0 might flatter Wales a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. That's the truth. Well, you guys are going to have to tell us because we're watching this with the volume down.
We don't get done for copyright.
Do you reckon there's fake noise being pumped through the ground? You know, if you guys in the chat could let us know. Do you reckon there's fake fan noise being pumped through? Because to me, that stadium is looking like maybe 3/4 full at best. And no matter what the TV director tries to do, he can't hide the empty seats behind.
Yeah. John has a good question here for you, Kev. What do you make of the amount of time that's been added on in these World Cup games? If the Premier Ref did the same for time wasting, it would disappear very quickly.
I personally love it.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen a couple of extremes. I think both the England halves were plus 14 minutes and plus 10 minutes, but in both halves they had a play down with concussion tests. So I think that did make it an extreme. But like I said, we've seen players in the Premier League go down for concussion, and you don't see 10 minutes going up when a player's been down for ages. So,
but look, I'm a big fan of stopping the clock. I'm a big fan of the game clock, the time of a game being taken away from the match referee on the pitch.
And
so
it's not subjective.
Yeah, it's not subjective. Put a clock up in the stadium, and when the referee stops play for a significant period of time, just like in rugby, he'll put his hand up and say, "Stop the clock." And you're playing to that game clock then. You know, I'm not saying like for every free kick or whatever, but if you're going to book someone, stop the clock. If you're going to go and have a chat with a player standing on a goalkeeper for a corner, stop the clock and go and have a chat with him. Talk about the weather and what have you.
But I also think when you get these extremes, like John says, you know, about 10 minutes at a time. And so I do think some of it will just be a little bit of it will put teams off.
A lovely turn. Pulled back by Mep. That has to be a booking. Surely it has to be a booking. Yeah.
He seems very surprised he's getting booked for it.
It's lazy. Really lazy defending. Pulisic just done him there. A little burst of pace. He's gone.
Yeah. I saw it, and to be honest, he's not even being very clever with it or cute with it.
No. Yeah, Hannah, Senegal put up more of a fight than you expected. Yeah, I'll be honest.
I think he might have caused the Dutch some problems. They just looked a little bit. I think he looked quite lively for bits I saw in the first half. The guy at Watford, Ismail Sarr.
Ismail Sarr.
He looked lively. I mean, with his pace, though, he always will look.
Yeah, but there's no quality in it. That's the thing. It's like Senegal are going to be solid. You know, you look at the fact they're playing 3 holding centre mids in front of a back 4 that are pretty rigid. They're always going to be hard to beat, but without a Sadio Mane, they're toothless up front. Yeah, Sarr might break away and get pace, but he's got no quality.
I agree with LFC Aaron, because I know this is your big book there, Kev. Can't stand the fake head injuries that happen in the Premier League. Just stop the game. Yeah, because I think that would stop the game, because then you're giving the player, if they are legitimately hurt, time to be assessed. But also then everyone knows then, look, the ref's going to stop the clock as soon as I do it.
Look at that. That ball from Nico Williams was a brilliant ball for a wing-back who should have been there. Wing-back is supposed to be there. You know, so you play that ball blind. I mean, that's shocking. That was a perfect pass.
you think Wales have been a bit overawed by the occasion? What do you think? I think, look, the USA played very well. Do you think there's a bit of stage fright as well with Wales? First World Cup since the 50s.
I just think they've been outplayed. I mean, tactically they've been done. The two-man midfield has just been played around.
And that's half-time.
It's half-time. They're three in the middle of the park or 3v2. They're creating overloads all over the pitch. Their fullbacks are bombing on. And Wales look like they don't have an answer. And looking at this, I don't see how Wales get back into this unless they might get something from a set piece. If anything, the US look like they're capable of going on and getting 2 or 3, especially if they add in the likes of Gio Reyna off the bench.
Which is going to make Friday's game interesting. I think it's USA-England on Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, 7 p.m. Friday. We'll be definitely doing that game.
And I'm so motivated for the game. I think I'm out. I think I'm
you're
out.
You're watching it. Yeah, you're.
I'm out with. I'm on a family day out, so I won't even see it.
And you're going to end up in the pub watching the England game. Of course you do.
No, not with my wife and daughter. No, we're out of the family evening out. So I'll just see the thing later.
Yeah, John,
just watching Bellingham today. It's going to be so hard when he ends up at Madrid. Don't worry about it.
All we can do is be in the conversation to try to get him, man. That's all we've ever hoped, that we'd be in the conversation to try to get him.
Yeah, ultimately, it's down to the player and the club, and I don't worry about if we don't. Look, the club's got to add someone to the squad in the January and in the summer. And they must. I would say Bellingham already knows where he's going.
Yeah, that deal is so far down the line now.
And I would say if it is Madrid, Liverpool will know that, and Liverpool will have known that, I would say, for months. So they've got to have a contingency plan for what's the other way around you're going to do with it. So
yeah, I think he's an exceptional prodigy player, if you know what I mean. I haven't seen anyone, a box-to-box centre mid like him with the potential that he has since Steven Gerrard. I think he's got everything. He's got all the tools to become the best centre midfielder of his generation. And where he ends up is going to be totally up to him. He's going to decide where he ends up. And given the fact that he has already moved from Birmingham to Dortmund, I don't think money will be his motivator. I don't think it's going to be money that motivates him.
The talk was he was offered more when he had the show around Man United's gaff.
Yeah.
And the talk is he was told by this age you'll earn this much. And that put him off, because he was like, well, no, I want to know in 2 years' time, where do you see me playing? Or when do you see me playing? And the Dortmund was the ideal move for him.
Yeah, Stefan has got to mute us now for 15 minutes so he can listen to City Boy and Keno. Disgraceful behaviour.
Yeah, but Roy Keane is funny, though. We should do Roy Keane bingo, shouldn't we? When does he say that's his job? That's like one of his catchphrases. That's his job.
That's his job, buddy.
That's his job. That's what he says.
It's who's on the punditry for ITV at the minute?
Gary Neville. Roy Keane's there, I think, as part of it. Robson Kanu, I think, is part of it, so he'll probably on it tonight, I would have thought.
You'll see in a minute.
I can't remember.
That's an interesting shout, actually.
I can't remember if that's BBC or ITV.
That's an interesting shout from LFC Aaron. Could be KDB's long-term replacement. It could be.
Listen, if he wants to come to England, Liverpool's a good option, and City's a good option for him in both ways. Jake saying if Madrid offer him over 400k a week, he wouldn't turn that down. You don't know that, though. We all say, I wouldn't say 400k, but footballers are also, most of them are already rich. Oh, you go. Aluko's on the ex-Chelsea forward.
All right, yeah.
Chelsea women's forward and England international.
I think Jake, I'll be honest with you, right? If Madrid go in for him, and it'll be more than likely to replace Luka Modric.
Mm-hmm.
You look at that Madrid potential, the potential of that Madrid midfield four in Valverde, Bellingham, Tchouaméni, and Camavinga. Those four, 3 of those 4 playing week in, week out for the next decade. Madrid wouldn't have to touch that area of the pitch.
No, it's perfect
for a long time.
But look, money will motivate players, but it's only to a point, because if that was the case, then VVD would have come nowhere near Liverpool. Yeah. Because he'd be earning more now at City or at Chelsea or at United. And they're all in good as well.
I'm just seeing the goal again here. And whatever about you watch the goal.
There you go. Robson, Kanu, Keane, and Aluko are the 3 pundits, sorry.
But the work that was done before the ball got to Pulisic, Wales had so many opportunities to cut that ball out.
Yeah.
And they were just outworked in the middle of the park. The younger American players are outworking the likes of who's just playing in the middle of the park? Ramsey, Ampadu. Wilson can't get back in. James can't get back in. Bale can't get back in. They're just not. This system is doing them no favors. They don't have an out ball, and they can't build through the lines because they're just outnumbered. Yeah. They have to switch to a back 4, and even if it means switching to a 4-4-2, if they're going to go direct, put Kiefer Moore on and go direct and play.
Showing the goal back now. It actually came from a Hennessy long kick, and Wales lose 3 headers. But again, this is also the problem of they spent most of the game chasing the ball, and at some point, tired legs, tired minds, and that's it. That can also cost you. So Nico Williams actually quite high up the pitch. Then he's level, and at no point is Nico Williams scanning behind him, so he's got no idea that Timothy Weah's behind him, and then he does the clever run in front of Nico Williams, and he's got no chance of catching him. At no point has he got his head in the swivel there to see where it is, and neither's Ben Davies behind him. None of them know what's behind them. So you can argue both ways. It's avoidable, but it's a nicely worked goal. It's a nice finish.
I think Timothy Weah's run was brilliant, but the defending between Nico Williams and Davies on that side, none of them saw it. None of them sensed it. And you'd expect more from Davies in that aspect because Nico is playing on his wrong side. But still, every which way you look at this, I don't know how Wales get back into this unless they change shape.
They have to change shape because it's too easy.
They're playing so aimless. They're so aimless. So poor. Just got to go and get a drink. Back in a sec.
So, guys in the chat, if you were the Welsh manager, what would you change apart from me and Kev think Kiefer Moore? Would you bring anybody else on for them? Also say, really hope Wales improve. Have them as my team from the sweepstake. It's unfortunate. Cool. Right. Let's see. Who else we got here? So, Jake said Joe did an interview before the Iran game. They asked him who's England here. He said Gerrard. Instantly, like it was a planned answer. Number 8 is going to be available in the summer as well. So it would be a dream. I think it's quite well known that he's a Liverpool fan, but the other players have been Liverpool fans and they haven't joined Liverpool. So I wouldn't read too much into it. I think Sancho as well. I think Thorman said Bellingham doesn't want to do another Sancho. You have to respect that. It's 50-50. Liverpool and Madrid can't really ask for more than that. No, I mean, look, as me and Kev said, being in the conversations, the key thing with Bellingham, like when I say the conversation, I mean properly in the conversation, like it's a viable option, not like other teams in the past who've just thrown a bid in they know they're never going to be even in the conversation with. It's just to show your interest. But I wouldn't read too much into the Gerrard was his favourite player because we've seen it before, Kev, haven't we? Players who've been Liverpool fans in the past love ex-Liverpool players. Doesn't mean they'll join us automatically.
No, of course not. I mean, you look at these players, they'll do what's best for their career, and rightly so. But we are a good destination for him.
Yeah, because the big sell for us is we're going to rebuild. We're looking to rebuild the midfield, and we're going to build it around you. So you can become, your own icon in Liverpool. Now, to be fair, as Emmett pointed out, KDB's a Liverpool fan. Yeah, City could do the same. Could do the same offer as you're the long-term replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. You're going to be, the next iteration of City. So both clubs can spin in a realistic opportunity of how we go for his game. Because let's face it, he'd start every game for us. He'd start majority of games for City, and he'd start a lot of games for Real Madrid. So game time isn't really going to be an issue now, I would say.
It's just a case of which environment would develop him the best, and which environment will give him the biggest platform out there.
Yeah, I mean, Jake does make arguably. Just hope for him he personally chooses the right club for him. It doesn't end up doing a Sancho. Yeah, because I mean, look, for Sancho, the United move hasn't quite worked out for him to the way he would like, and maybe it was wrong club. Right time to move for Sancho, but probably wrong. He picked the wrong club. And look, maybe that other club, it could have been us, but maybe it was, Sancho may have done better at a City. It might have suited him better. But, Emma's also went out, Aguero was a big Liverpool fan. Doesn't mean he'll come through. He was heavily linked with Liverpool for years, Aguero.
He was, yeah. And the thing is, at the time, you got to look at where we were then as to where we are now.
Yeah.
Back then when we were linked.
Keane digging out Wales, they need to do their jobs. Oh,
there you go.
Keane bingo is brilliant today.
It is, isn't it? But the thing is, they can do their jobs all they like, but if you're in a two-man midfield against three younger, quicker players who are technically better than you, then it doesn't matter what your job is. You can't do your job because nobody can.
I do see Jono's point saying nothing to do with him loving Gerrard. I think Liverpool are treating Jude like we did with Ali and VVD, a transformational signing. He would be. True. No one's denying that. I think the club will throw everything at to try and get a deal done, which you would expect that, but I still don't think that's a guarantee at the moment. So I'm skeptical whether it'll get done.
No, all we can do is be in the conversation, and we'll offer him the best package we can. And if that's not big enough to attract him, then so be it. But all you want to do is be in that conversation when he's making a decision that we're a viable option for him. And if he turns us down because of football reasons, fair enough. If he turns us down because of financial reasons, then all right too. There's not enough we can do. If we put a package that we think is what he's worth and he decides to go elsewhere, then that's on him. Even Sam, how are you, pal?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I think if he goes to a Liverpool or a Madrid or even a Man City, you can make football reasons for all those moves. If he does a Sancho goes to like a club like a Man United, then you go.
Interesting program. Is it a program on tonight on RT to call Saipan Rebel Without a Ball?
It's okay.
It would be the inside story on the Roy Keane Saipan from 2002 World Cup in Korea.
Ooh.
That actually would be a good one. I might watch that. That could be interesting. Yeah, but I just got the stats up here in a minute. I mean, the US has got 58% possession, 91% pass completion rate. That's impressive. That doesn't
surprise me, but for a lot of it, it was very safe passing, I would say. It was recycling it back, recycling it round, and they just picked the moments.
But that's the type of passing and movement and possession that makes your opponents work. And this Welsh crowd, or this Welsh team, they don't really have the legs to be pulled around the pitch like that. So
apart from Kiefer Moore, Kev, look at the Welsh bench. Who else would you think they could bring on to give them a different option?
Well, they're looking at Kiefer Moore's coming on now. They're making that change early. Kiefer Moore's coming on now.
Need to do. They
have to do something. They have to change shape. I hope they come away from this back three because it's Dan James coming off.
It's taking pace off, isn't it? But I suppose
they're
not going to take, let's be honest, they were never going to take Bale off.
I had thought they might have taken Ramsey off. Or taken Roden off and just gone to a back four.
Yeah, because you leave Wilson on for his set piece deliveries, just in case. Thor saying Dele Alli was close to joining the Reds, but he's no Laudrup. Oh yeah, get that, Brian.
Yeah,
Laudrup. Was it Liverpool offered him a 2 or 3 year deal, and he decided it wasn't quite the right move for him, and that's when Liverpool were peak Liverpool. God, can you imagine Laudrup at Liverpool? That would have been brilliant.
No, Tom, I didn't know. I didn't see that one. Before today's game, the last player to score against Wales in a World Cup was Pele.
That's nice company for Timothy Weah to be in. Oh, it kicked off now anyway. USA straight in the attack.
And it's an early corner.
And it's corner, yeah.
Yeah, Musa has been really busy. He's been really good. But Dan James taken off at halftime.
Doesn't look a happy boy, does he?
No, but he's got nothing to complain about. He's done nothing.
I forgot he was playing.
Yeah, he's done nothing. To be fair, done absolutely nothing.
Right, Pulisic says 4th time lucky from a corner. Yeah, easily cleared near post again. They need another different corner. These Pulisic scores have been crap. Timothy Weah out wide against Nick Williams. Stands him up.
Doing the little shimmies.
There's some weird little shimmies. Went backwards, so a bit pointless in the end. Back at the centre back, so it's halfway line.
Back to the keeper.
The keeper for USA, is that the chap who's number 2 for Arsenal?
Yes, Turner.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they brought him in from, might have been New York Red Bulls.
Yeah, I know they got him from the MLS, didn't they? Free kick for offside. The difference is between the Welsh passing and the USA passing, it's just the Welsh one's very slow and very predictable. Oh,
yeah, here we go. Wales in now. It's Kiefer Moore. This is what you want from Kiefer Moore because he will run the channels, and he will.
He's actually making Ream do some defending for once.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zimmerman.
He'll ask questions, and he'll get you up the pitch, and from there, you can do something.
Ampadu needs to do better there. It's too slack on the ball.
Well, they got to throw in here now. Halfway in their own half, they've got to do something here. But to me, it looks. Have they reverted back to a back 4? It looks like they're only playing with 2 centre backs. Have they?
So Davis and Roden. No, I think it is.
Mepham's dropped back in now. He's back to a back 3 again.
Yeah, right. The right wing must push for it. Oh, it's a silly place to lose the ball there. Lucky boy getting away. Tyler Adams giving the free kick away there.
I don't think he's been booked yet.
I meant Ampadu was lucky because a bit too sloppy in the ball there. Ramsey.
He's another one. He's been poor. He's been poor again. But
again, I think he's no more. I think injuries have caught up with him.
Doesn't matter. You're there, mate. That's down to the manager. If the manager is picking him, he's there to do a job. Do the damn job.
All right, Roy Keane, calm down. God, tell you.
But say if you're picking him and he isn't doing what you need him to do, get him off.
Yeah, John was saying on the England game, how does Trent not come on when we're 4-1 or 5-1? Trent has definitely done something to Gareth Southgate. I mean, I'll be honest, watching the England game, Trippier wasn't great today. I mean, look, he didn't really need to be. But
it's that kind of delivery up front that forces the Americans to defend a different way because of Kiefer Moore being up there.
Jake's asking Chris, what's going on with the women at the minute? Good fight back for the points, but they seem to be struggling with the step up. Yeah, I think it's a bit of combination of things. I think injuries to key players haven't helped, and they were given one of the toughest starts. I think they played. I think it's now 5 of the top 6 sides. The kicker result really was probably the loss at home to Villa. I think they probably should have got themselves a point out of that. It was good to come from 3-1 down to beat Brighton, but again, we're just a little bit sloppy because I think they could have had chances to
Wilson with the delivery. Keeper spills it. Keeper nowhere near that.
I boot that.
Oh, that's soft. That's soft.
Very soft. Got away with murder there.
Protected species keepers.
I think the key game for Liverpool women is this Thursday. They've got away at Reading, who are
look,
point
he
behind.
He fluffed it here.
Yeah.
He goes for it again, and there's just like a coming together. That is not a foul. That is just not a foul ever in a month of Sundays.
Yeah. I would say if the women beat Reading on Thursday, that'll put us 7 points clear of Leicester, who are second bottom, and it'll give us a 3-point gap on Reading. I'll be honest, I will probably say that's enough. Judging on the WSL for the last 4 or 5 years, taking out the COVID year,
Ramsey
when they stopped early, 14 points keeps you up. So from the women's perspective, they need 10 more points from the remaining games, and I think they'll be okay.
There's a lot of cheap bookings being picked up here.
Yeah,
Simreen picked up one there, and there could have been one on Wea on Wea, sorry, on Ramsey a few minutes ago.
I don't know what doesn't. John, we're looking Leicester rubbish, but that might keep us up. Yeah, Leicester aren't great. I'll be honest. Reading, I mean, this could come back to bite me in the ass, aren't in great form either, to be honest. So I'm fairly confident Liverpool stay up, but I was sort of always expecting a tough year in WSL. I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years to really get yourself settled into the league. It's just that type of league. It's sort of split into 3 parts, isn't it? You have the elite ones at the top, and it just takes you time to build up to it.
Yeah, I agree with Stefan here. Wales are looking a bit of a danger now. They're looking a threat.
Bit of belief in the game now, isn't it? Quick it up.
They have to do something. They really need to do something in this game.
Because let's be honest, in the first half, the USA defenders weren't troubled at all. Long ball, headed back to the keeper. But the USA defense had nothing to do first half. It was easy.
Yeah, that keeper wouldn't fill you with confidence, would he?
No.
It's a good lung bursting run again from Robertson. Mepham has to play that.
Yeah.
Again up to Ramsey. Back to Wilson.
Sloppy pass back though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
Wilson seems to play a bit deeper, which I think suits his game better, actually.
It does, but they have to be able to work the ball forward from here. That's what you want from Kiefer Moore.
Really well there. He had 3 rounds and he's kept the link.
Come on, Nico, lad.
Oh, where's it from?
That's a shame. You on your bike there, kid.
It was really good work by Kiefer Moore there. I've always thought, do you always think with long-term Harry Wilson, do you think his position is probably more in a midfield 3? He hasn't quite got the pace to be a wide man.
I think if
he'd be good in an attacking midfield 3.
If you're playing him wide for Fulham, then you got to look at maybe playing
pace the other side.
You have to have a really quick fullback that can overlap him, so he can stay wide and deliver pace from wide. Just have a quick look there and see who's on the bench for Wales.
Also makes a good point. Johnson from Forest.
Johnson,
magic out, but hasn't been good in the Premier League. But I do think it's blistering pace. I think it's a good call, and I think that would at least give the USA something to think about. Him and Kiefer Moore would at least make them think.
They had pace already in the side. The thing is,
I think
Ramsey. I don't think Ramsey can stay on much longer than an hour and be anywhere near effective. He's not effective now.
Yeah. Well, Jake's asking. I think you and Luke covered this last night. What do you think of the Carvalho not representing Portugal and just sending a text? Does seem a bit of an ego thing, or is he trying to get on with England? I mean, he is an ex-England youth international, so I'm not a big. I think that's a generation. I'm not a big fan of the whole send a text to the manager. Ring the manager. If you don't want to play or you want to withdraw, have a pair of bollocks and show him some respect. Tell the fella you don't want to play.
Exactly.
If he wants to switch allegiances to England, that I've no problem with players choosing who they want to play for. That's fine. But I personally don't like the text thing. I think I'd rather he just rang the manager and said it.
Yeah,
but
I didn't.
Maybe that's a bit of an old school mentality. I don't know. What's your sort of take?
Wales, I agree 100%. That's what I was saying last night. I didn't like it. It didn't sit right with me.
No,
just be a bit of a grown up about it.
Yeah, and it is strange. It does seem strange because he's getting a lot of game time for Portugal in the 23s, and he was in and around the Portugal squad. So not really sure what the issue is, to be honest.
Maybe it's just a case long term he doesn't want to commit to Portugal, which is understandable. That's fair enough. Maybe he sees himself long term as having a future with England. If he does, fair enough.
But... There you go. Wide to Nico.
Go on, Nico. Now you gotta go. Go on. Take him in to go out. Go outside him.
Cross in. Terrible cross.
Nobody chasing. Nobody coming in.
Roberts here.
1-2. Nice. Unlucky. Well read. Well read. This Pulisic has got to take. Pulisic has to run at Nepham here, surely.
To be fair, Ramsey does well there to put Pulisic off. And
55 minutes gone. Still 1-0. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. If you have, thank you very much. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Hit the damn button.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Americans look in the second half. They're almost a case of
it's a little bit
to see what Wales do.
It's always put themselves in a position now of do not lose now. So we're literally just going to play for the counter attack, which I don't blame them because look, you want get a win in your first game. It gives you a lot of breathing room. You know,
both of these sides will fancy beating Iran.
Ball over the top here. Oh, corner.
Yeah, 3 points here.
That's a better ball. That's making Ream work. You know, making him turn around.
Yeah, 3 points here for either side is huge because
Jake's saying is a point here good for Wales or do they need all three? I think if they got a point here and they were able to beat Iran, that means then they go into the last game still in it. I would say.
I think
a win for either side. A win for either side, ideal.
Yeah, they take that now. Lovely crossing. Unlucky. Ramsey flicking it back in, keeping it active. That's it. Keep it alive. Just keep it alive. That's all you can do.
Ramsey on his backside again, and back with the centre backs.
All the way back to the keeper. Reset and go again.
Gives USA time to push up now and squeeze the Welsh again.
Tom, I kind of got that sense as well. Switched his loyalties to England to increase his value. It should wind up the FSG hours. It's something that wouldn't surprise me in the slightest that it's something that he has done.
That's better by Keith Moore there. You know, forcing Ream to push it out for a throw in. Get the Welsh up the pitch.
No, they're not. Agree with Emmett. They're not handling Kiefer Moore at all.
No.
Not surprising. They don't. I mean, in club football, they will have come up against him a fair bit, but international football is a different game. They don't come up against many strikers of that ilk, that type.
Good long throw. Flicked on. Cleared the USA. High by Ampadu. Yeah, I thought the referee gave a free kick for that. He does catch. He does catch him late. Ampadu. It's defensive line breaks. This is a new stat. Not seen this one. Robson 3, Musa 2. Okay. Seen a few new stats, aren't we, in this World Cup, actually? Wasn't the one about possession? Do you know the one that was about possession?
Meaningful possession, yeah.
Meaningful possession and then scrambled possession, which I thought, that's quite a different way of showing. We could just say, you say like it's a bit of a midfield battle. That proves it. That sort of stat. It makes it a bit more of an interesting stat.
Meaningful. This is good for Wales. Ramsey has to get there. You have to get there. You had a 4v3 there. For God's sake, you have to get there, man. Good tackle.
This might bite me in the arse, but I'd take Ramsey off now. Great tackle that. By
turn over. Look at the far stick. Look at the far stick.
Switch it. Back to Roberts.
Roberts. Flick it. Ball in. Away again. Turn.
Nico, is he going to hit it?
No. There's no one outside where he's supposed to be.
Yeah. Not helping him at all there. We're watching him.
Roberts
again. Can he swing it in?
Far post. That's a shocking delivery.
Overhit it again. For fuck's sake.
That is a shocking delivery. 3 in the back stick. You had to get that ball right, for God's sake.
John, I was thinking that, Chris. Defensive line breaks. What is this? What do you reckon defensive line break is then? How would you define it?
It's players who get beyond the back line.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a defensive stat or an attacking stat because you could,
I think
you could flick it two ways, couldn't you?
It's an attacking stat, but basically it's one where your fullbacks or any player who breaks the line with the ball.
Yeah, clearance right down the middle. Gobbled up by Davis.
I'll tell you, Wales are coming more and more into it.
Oh, free kick to Wales here for handball.
They're trying to put their foot down and speed things up a bit.
Mm.
But from here now, Roberts needs a bit of help here now. Stretch it again.
Who do the fullbacks they've got on the? Who do the fullbacks or wingbacks they've got on their bench? Wales.
Lovely ball in for Bale. If he managed to stay on side there.
Keep him off from distance. No, right at the centre.
Lazy shot. Bale did well to stay on side there.
He did. I pretend to throw Johnson on now. To just tell him, just stick around Kiefer Moore, just look for his flick-ons.
Yeah. Well played.
Well, does well there, Mepham. Back to Ampadu. We'll start to pass it around a bit nicer now.
There looks a bit more purpose in their play, at least. It looks like they have a plan.
Or pirouettes in the middle for no reason, but
well read by Tyler Adams.
Yeah.
But Pulisic.
Pulisic again against.
He looks like he just wants to hold it up. Wait until everyone can come up with him, and then they'll just keep the ball, make the Welsh boys work again. That's a nice ball. Well played, actually. Well, tomorrow, 10 a.m., Argentina, 1 o'clock, Denmark make their debut against Tunisia. Mexico against Poland at 4, and we'll be back tomorrow with France versus Australia.
That'd be a good game. Hopefully, Ibu's first game. Oof, that was
was Pulisic caught late there?
I think he wants a penalty there. He's asking for it.
Even wonder if this is inside or outside the box.
Robertson.
I'll tell you what, if he caught him there,
I think that's on the line. That if he's
ball first,
then catch him.
Then calf, yeah.
Very last minute, though. Very last ditch, though. Wasn't it? Yeah. It'd be good to see Tucker Zeebu's going to start, isn't he?
I said, well, we'll see tomorrow night, but apparently he's been doing well in training. Lovely step over.
Robertson. Keep him more.
Nice idea. Keep it in, Roberts. Come on, son. He did well to keep. He did well to keep it in. That's not a good sign.
A nice slow-mo of
Turner slipping
on his arm.
That's actually got to be a worry for a lot of players as the tournament goes on. I mean, this is game 4 of 64.
Did you see Did you see match of the day? Do you watch the match of the day?
No, I didn't watch it last night. No.
Well, it was one that's on the iPlayer, and it was they were talking about great games, and one of them was the Maradona goal, and they were talking to Lineker about it.
Yeah,
and they all did the joke, so the foul now, but Lineker said, "I've got to say this, that pitch was dreadful." He said, "Ooh, that's a late one on Robertson's free kick." And he said,
"It's a free kick. That's all it is."
He said the pitch has just been laid. He said when you put your foot on the pitch, he said you could feel it move. He says it's really hard to keep your feet, and he goes, "So think of that." He goes, and then think of the Maradona second goal. He goes, he said it's so hard to stand up on that pitch. I said, and he's spinning 3 or 4 fellas running past him and burying it. He said it makes the goal even better when you realise what you're playing on.
Jake's making the point there. He's looking forward to seeing Uruguay. He wants to see Nunes create chaos.
I think Uruguay could be. I think Nunes could be a dark horse for the Golden Boot.
Yeah, Thor's making the point there. Where or Gio Reyna when he comes on, could get the second.
Yeah, Gio Reyna's a very good player. He's just suffered with injuries.
Yeah, I've seen that, John. Ibu with Upamecano start as a possibility to be starting.
Yeah, right. So let's see. It's a good ball by Wilson.
That's a lovely delivery. That's a brilliant delivery, actually. That's it. Just keep it alive. Don't foul him. Ramsey! Save!
Oh, what a save.
Off Davies.
Headed by Davis.
That was a great header.
Great save. Is that Davis or was that Moore? Let's see the replay.
No, it was
good
Davies.
Save, that.
It was Davies. There was a high boot there as well. Don't think they'll be given, but all started from a good delivery from Wilson. He pulled out of it. He was lucky boy. He pulled out of it.
Yeah, he knocked himself out. Okay.
Come on, Wilson, get this right. Whipped in right on the keeper. Oh, header, Kiefer Moore over the top.
Has to score, Kiefer Moore.
Ooh, the Welsh are getting close. They are getting closer. That was fine. That was a really good ball.
Just above him, isn't it?
Yeah, he just couldn't get over the ball. He almost.
If he was a couple yards further out, that creeps in back post. That.
Yeah, McKinney did well to pull out of that. To be honest,
mm.
Good save, straight at the keeper. Either side of the keeper, and he's at. That's in.
No chance there, is he? That's better though by the Welsh now. At least now we're starting to make them.
Aaron
Jake said, why didn't Wales start like this? You do wonder.
Yeah, that's an interesting substitution. McKinney coming off for Aronson.
Look, see how taped up his thigh was.
Yeah. Well, you said that he was feeling it a bit.
Yeah. Also, he's on a yellow as well, isn't it? So he
was. Yeah.
And I think his ref's a bit pernickety, so I think we'll be one more tackle away from going off.
This will be interesting now because Aronson is a different player completely. Lovely ball out wide for Sargent. Back to Robertson. Back into Pulisic. Spreads it out wide for Serginho Dest. And this is what Aronson is going to be good at, is just turning possession over, keeping the ball. Simple pass and move. That's not a foul. That's good from Nico Williams. They've got to get up the pitch faster. They've got to get up and help him here. Come on.
Oh, switch it to Robertson.
Oh, Bale, you have to get
there,
there, son.
Where are you going? Oh, turning into trouble. Keep spreading it wide. The Welsh also haven't done enough run at Dest, I don't think, either.
No, they haven't. Not at all.
What's that, sorry?
Not at all, they haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Archie's got a point there. The US are tiring a bit. They look more nervous as the game goes on. 1-0 we know is a horrible score. You know what I mean?
As Liverpool fans, we know 2-0 could also be a bit of a horrible score.
Tom, I ain't getting involved in that conversation.
That doesn't look good by Nico.
Right in his back. Oh, that's
that doesn't look
one. That's an ouchie.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's just a knee in the back.
Knee in the back. Oh, hopefully
knee in the back. He'll know about that in the morning. There wasn't much of a touch between them unless he twisted his back. You wouldn't know.
I think it might be the way he twists.
Yeah, that's a
sore one.
That looks really painful.
Well, for Wales' sake, they'll hope he's all right because he's one of their best outlets.
Well, it looks like a substitution getting ready for America is Acosta. Got to be honest, don't know much about him.
Show the save again.
Yeah, it's one for the cameras for Turner. Oh, you fancy Kiefer Moore from there. You really do. It's probably Wales' best chance of the game so far.
Yedlin coming on. You remember him?
Andre Yedlin, yeah.
Did he ever play for Spurs? Remember they signed him for ages.
They signed him, yeah. They made a big deal about it.
He actually did right.
Went straight to Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah, he did right on Newcastle.
Yeah. Is he coming on for Serginho Dest or?
Not sure.
Well, it looks like the US are lining up 3 substitutions.
Yeah. Which would make sense because they were looking tired, like you said. So
yeah, they need to freshen it up. It looks like they're adding a bit of size as well, a bit of physicality.
Williams is up. Doesn't look very happy chappy.
No, but I think he's going to have to suck this one up and
play through the pain barrier.
Play through it. He's going to have to play through it. The only other option for Wales would be then to go for a back four and Davies go out into left back.
Yeah,
he played a large part of his career there. Ball comes in, easy clearance for this. They don't really have the size, the Americans, to trouble the likes of Wales.
Not a good cross that. Oh, that's silly by Wilson there.
Yeah, that's
Played
lazy.
inside trouble there. Just clear the ball. Overplaying it.
Ball comes back in. Ramsey chests it down and oofs it
Get
away.
rid of it. Back to the US gatekeeper.
Pulisic is hobbling.
20
minutes to go plus VAT. So we'll see later on. But Ramsey wins it back and gives it away and gets it back. And Wales are looking to get lovely 1-2. Oh, Gareth, lad, come on. You got to make sure of that. There's no need for that show pony shit. Yeah. Pulisic stayed down.
I think Pulisic just pulled something. Because the tackle on him wasn't really much.
No, he's feeling this, I think. No, I think he's got to milk it now. Look, 1-0, 20 minutes to go. He knows there's 3 changes coming.
Pulisic should be using this World Cup to put himself in the shop window. Chelsea don't seem to want him anymore.
Yeah, it's a little kick in the back of the calf.
Get up.
Yeah, he's milking it as much as he can. Don't blame him, really.
No.
Oh, you see this one, though. It was totally unintentional. Bill caught him in the back, in his calf with his studs, but it was completely unintentional.
John will say LeBron James of soccer coming off.
Look, Captain America, he is their main starlet, isn't he? He was the first real one.
He's the most famous starlet.
Yeah, to come across into the Bundesliga. He was the one that the US press latched onto in a big way. And they built their US men's team around him. So
I do like Timothy Weah, though.
Jake, I'm on 71, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 71, 30, mate.
Me too.
I hope you are, because otherwise that'd be a bit pointless.
I'm on 92.
Well, can you tell me? Because
you believe it's 4-3 Wales. It's amazing.
No, I don't.
I was overran that again.
Serginho Dest wins it back well against Nico.
He's done well since he's been on a yellow. He's made sure he's not put himself in a position to dive in anywhere.
That's lovely play by Aronson. He's got lovely feet, hasn't he? He's got really nice feet.
Very clever signing by Leeds.
By Leeds, yeah. But again, America, they look like they're slipped in now to this 4-2-3-1, and they're not giving Wales any simple possession.
No. They're doing the right thing, which is, there we go, is giving the centre-backs the ball because the passing's atrocious.
It is, yeah. Nice ball in from Pulisic
in the box.
Takes it, chip cross.
Crosses out.
Fresh air header.
But
see, this is Nico Williams' problem, is he's got the ball there, loads of space.
Yeah, chipped it forward, keep him up.
It's up to nobody.
Fail. Yeah, there's not, he needs another pace option to come up with him. But I don't know what Wales can bring on to really change it.
Brennan Johnson is the one.
Another American now with cramp by the looks like.
Yeah, this looks like Musa's gone down with cramp.
Yeah.
It's taking it out of them, these players. You see it with a lot of players in heat that they'd stop for the water. They'd have the water breaks and stuff, but there's been none of that this time.
Who's this number 19 who's coming on? He's massive. What's that?
Right.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. Was Dest, Musa, and Sargent coming off?
I mean, taking Dest off makes sense. Again, another player in yellow. Musa looks knackered.
Yedlin knows. Yedlin's an experienced player now. If you're bringing him on at right back, you're comfortable. You're happy in that.
God, this referee loves to chat to players, doesn't he?
He does like a chat.
Yedlin, Acosta coming off. It's like, can't save us, man.
Yeah, Yedlin, Acosta, and Wright coming on. Looks like Acosta coming onto midfield. Yedlin will go to right back.
So Wright must be a forward then.
Right up front.
Yeah, I mean he's massive. So he's a good target, man.
Yeah, Thor's a good point there. Pulisic, Koulibaly, Mendy.
Out Pulisic into the box, cuts it back. Good interception by Ben Davis. Deep cross. Easy.
Nothing. Again, it's Wales are defending that ball really well. They're still struggling for that out ball.
Flick on, miles wide. Yedlin's got an interesting haircut as well. Blonde hair with a red down the back. Interesting.
Nice. Don't think we could carry that off, to be honest.
I'd like to have that problem, to be honest, Kev.
I'm
just glad I've still got hair, so I'll take whatever colour it comes in. Nice take by Nico Williams.
Has to keep it in. Keep it in. No, I think that went out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it went out. I don't know what they're going to do from here. Let's have a look. Have a look. Yeah, it went out.
Yeah, just out. It was Harry. Bless him.
15 to go. In fairness, if you're going to bring on Johnson, you'd want to be doing it now. You got to give him. If you're going to make the changes, you got to give him time. You got to give him a chance.
Johnson, maybe it's a game for someone like a Johnny Williams, just someone who's a bit cuter with the ball. Johnny Williams has a lot of injury issues and doesn't have probably athleticism, but he's better with the ball. He's a better user of the ball than say
user of the ball, 100%. Yeah. But the Americans are quite rightly taking their time. 3 points for either side here. I mean, we've said it many times, but this sets up the US really well for the rest of the group because they'll fancy beating Iran. Yeah. 6 points takes them out of the group.
2 wins is always normally enough, isn't it?
Oh, 2 wins will be enough. 100% 2 wins is enough. It could come down to goal difference, but it will mean Wales will have to beat England.
Mm-hmm. And I suppose that's the question then. If one of England or USA win their second game against each other, Wales are probably hoping for an England win because they might hope England might just do a full load of changes then.
Yeah, and they would. But it's still in Wales' hands. It's Roberts, lovely ball. Got to manage it there. Good keeper more.
To be fair to him.
Yeah, this is a problem now for Nico. Lovely ball back. Roberts.
Cut inside. Ramsey.
Far post.
Oh. Nice take by Williams. Just not going to fall for him today, is it?
What's he going down for there? No one touched him. Unless he went down around his ankle. Unless he rolled his ankle or something.
Why is this referee stopping the game, though? It's not. Wilson's right. It's not a head injury. It's not, and now he's getting right from the referee. Look, I know Timothy where he's down, but you only stop for a head injury. Serious injury. Jake saying, do wonder if Trent will go the whole tournament without playing a single minute, same as Henderson. I think Henderson will get minutes because I think
he's just come down on his foot. Yeah, it's going to be a store one, but
probably in tighter games, I would say. No, I don't think it's a foul.
It's not a foul. There's Johnson coming on.
Who's he taking? I'm taking Nico. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that must be the injury because he's actually played well and he's fuming going off, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's just it makes sense because he hasn't got the beating of Yedlin on a good day. He just doesn't have the pace to beat him.
Yeah.
Davies will go to left back and they'll go 4-4-2. They have to go to a back four. They have to get something out of this.
Definitely.
Yeah, Joe Allen is injured, Stefan. He won't be available.
He was looking to make the squad. He's not played since August, September time. So
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, I think I remember reading something saying that he's made the squad, but he hasn't been fit. That's a shite ball. That easy for Litlin to. So you don't get this confidence guy, do you? Would you quite like that, Kev? They were that honest. That's just shit.
Yeah, that's got out. Come on.
No urgency, is there?
This is what I mean.
And it's gone straight back to centre backs and in their own half. So
well, they have to build the play up. I get that. Drama. Apparently, we have drama. See, you guys in the chat are cheating.
Don't tell us that. Right, I've seen
cheating.
Johnson.
Lovely. Kept it in play. Nope. Gone out for a throw. Nope.
Kept it in.
Kept it in. Throw in now.
Quick throw.
Ball in for Ramsey.
Oh, definite pen. It goes right to the back.
It is a pen. There's a penalty. Chat. Yeah. There's a penalty. Chat.
Or as Emmett would say, there's a pan.
That's in the chat. Penalty.
Let's look at the replay of it and see how much of a pen it is.
Yeah, straight through.
It's right through the back of it.
That's shocking. That's so bad.
That's brain dead defending.
Is that Ream or Zimmerman?
No, Zimmerman. That's where a centre back's going to have a bit of humility and go, I can't get the ball. So don't go through the player. Keep yourself, stay yourself in front of it. So Gareth Bale to take. Fancy him?
Yeah. No, don't. He's not my type, mate.
Oh, is he not?
No, I'm sure he's a lovely.
You like a top notch, though. Do you like someone?
Yeah, but I'm sure he's a lovely guy. But well, the Americans are doing their best to.
I like this. I like this graphic they're putting up where all his pens have been. All his pens for Wales. Not bad. That's it. Scored 6 out of 8. That's not a bad record. That.
Bale steps up. Huge pressure on this. Can he be the first Welshman to score a goal for 65 years at the World Cup?
If you're a Welsh fan, this is the iconic moment. It's your biggest name scoring a big goal for your country.
Cameraman, can you get closer? Can you get closer, cameraman?
Yeah.
Big deep breath. Referee's still having a lovely chat with everybody. Up steps Bill, slots it.
Oh, good pen.
Huge goal this.
Let's be honest, Kev. If Wales hadn't qualified for this World Cup, Gareth Bale would have been retired a long time ago. Don't blame him. This is literally what he's lived for now, isn't it? He's playing for Wales. Yeah. Don't blame him.
Massive for the fans. And the thing is, momentum is everything in football.
It is. But momentum now it gives us
everything. Gives Wales something to go for, yeah.
It's something to play for.
Man bun on man bun with that pen. Love it.
That's it. So what's the that is brain dead defending.
Luis Suarez made a career out of winning penalties exactly like that. So I'll tell you what.
He was closer than you think, actually, wasn't he?
Turner would be disappointed with that. That was a good height.
That's power. I mean, let's be honest. It's all the power that's beating him there, isn't it?
Pace beating. 100% pace beating. I love it. Love that young fella.
Yeah.
Oh, what a memory that's going to be for that young kid. Oh, that's brilliant. Love that. 1-1 with...
good fun last 10 minutes though, Kev.
7 minutes to go.
Emmett saying, old fella nearly elbowed his kid in the head. So,
love it.
To say about how I nearly killed my brother-in-law in the 06 final, near the Gerrard one.
Yeah, go on.
Where my brother-in-law, and I stood there going, fucking hell, we're going to lose to West Ham here, aren't we, 3-2? And Gerrard scored. So you do that, you go, get in! And I went like that, come on! But as I'd done that, to go, come on, my brother-in-law got to give me a hug, had him headlock. Quite tight as well. I was like, oh, sorry.
Well, Bale's 41st for the game. 41 goals for Gareth Bale for Wales.
Impressive that, especially when you think it's not one of the nations that is renowned for qualifying for tournaments and winning a lot of games. 41 international goals is very impressive.
Seriously, yeah. I mean, I know countries are playing a lot more football than they ever have in the past. But it's telling as well that they went to a back four and they look more threatening. And the Americans are looking nervous now. The Americans are looking
because they're now thinking
really nervous.
They should have killed this game off in the first half when they had their opportunities.
Yeah, they've been poor in the second half. They've done nothing.
Yeah. But also for Wales, you do need that little bit of luck to go for you. The Roden header, which luckily went straight at his own keeper.
Lovely ball out. Looking for, is that
Johnson
out wide?
Hey, credit the manager. Both his subs he's brought on have done the job. Keeper Moore's changes, USA loads of problems.
Big, huge, long throw. Yeah, you're going to get.
And Johnson was heavily involved in the build-up to the goal because, he's just out wide.
Yeah. Kiefer, mate, that's... you're giving away a free kick for that all day long.
Just Hannah. I was thinking Bale looks washed, then that happens. I'll be honest, I nearly said it as well, Hannah. I was thinking I forgot he was playing, then he scores the pen. So you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's clever forward play. It really is. It's just clever forward play. But I got to admit, for how good the US were in the first half,
Wales have done enough
to
get back into it. Definitely,
100%.
Cross comes in deep, headed out.
Johnson, you should have you had time to take that down. Needed a shout.
Definitely does.
That's it. Take it.
Well
Ramsey.
Don't tit around with it. Ramsey's lost it again.
Yeah, this is where jeopardy really comes into this now because
I would actually say the most experienced player in Ramsey is actually what's letting him down a little bit, to be honest.
Avo, how you doing, bud? You good? Good to see you in the chat, mate.
Hit the like button, Avo.
Tyler Adams.
So, what we thinking? We're saying 1-1. Or do you think it's going to be a winner in this?
On the volley, good header away.
Good header.
Chris Mepham got some
Chris
mileage.
Done well because he's been on
a
book an awful long time, and Pulisic said him a few times 1-1.
Yeah, Jono, you're right. The US tried to sit on their leads in the second half. They tried to see this game out. What we have, we all type of thing. But 1-0 is a dodgy.
It's the winners and losers tonight. No, there's no winners and losers tonight. What we'll be doing is at 10 o'clock, we're doing a bit of like how do you describe it, Kev? But like today at the test sort of thing. We're going to do a bit of a review of like today's games and a little bit of a talk about what's going to happen tomorrow. So Avo said he's hit the like button. There we go. That's why we like you.
Welcome to the chat, Avo. Good to have you on, Sunshine.
Good. Now, go on, Avo. Get the rest of them to do it.
I don't know if there's any. What's the story with? Give me 1 sec. Hang on.
No problem. I'm just showing a replay of the Bale penalty. Oh, he's really close to the USA keeper, isn't he? Not sure I'd be as calm as the Welsh manager. That was my country just scoring. Right. Another sub for the USA. So who's this coming on now? So goal scorer away is going off. Morris is coming on.
There is a show scheduled tonight for 10 o'clock. And it is going to be like what Chris described as like a date test. It's just going to be a review of the 3 games.
Can Ramsey keep it in? Cross comes in.
All that good stuff.
Keeper claims it well there. Yeah, Morris has come on for Timothy Weir.
Well done by Chris, Kiefer Moore there.
Just delay the quick throw.
No, I just had a text from my daughter. My daughter's been away for a long weekend, but she's actually got engaged this weekend, my daughter.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, they've been, her and her now fiance went on a long weekend to Poland.
Oh, lovely.
They've just got back to Ireland now. Cross comes in. Keeper punches.
You catch that. You don't need to punch that.
Comes back. It just draws pressure onto you, doesn't it?
Stupidity, isn't it?
Yeah, so I got a text last night about
excellent flick through.
Oh, here we are. Come on, Johnson. Have a dig.
Dig it from wide. Oh, right at the keeper. That's brilliant by Kiefer Moore, though. Great hold up play. Nice link up to Johnson.
Yeah, Wales looked like that.
This could be quite a lively last 10 minutes. That's a nice takeout there.
Wilson's cramping up as well now.
Well, it's either cramping up or it's the classic pretend you're hurt so you don't get booked. Hold on that one, Kev.
Let's have a look. Yo, that was knee on knee. That's a sore one.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
I'll run it off, but that's a kind of a sore one. And Johnson done all he could there. It was a poor effort, really. He was straight at the keeper, but all you could do is get it on target.
Across the keeper would have been better, I think.
That was a really tight angle. Cheers, Tom. Thanks, mate. Yeah, got a text. I basically got a phone call while we were on stream last night from her. And I said, look, I just literally, I went on mute, went off camera, and she showed me the ring. And I'm like, oh, bless. But no, they've been together for 5 years. So she's delighted. She's really happy. So that means we're happy. Absolutely delighted for both of them. Made up for them, to be honest. So, seen in the chat there, Jake saying 9 minutes at a time. So
Jesus
9 minutes VAT.
Yeah. So
Harry Wilson, is Wilson coming off?
Looks like it.
Yeah, who's coming on? Let's have a look-see.
Taylor, isn't it? Someone's just said. No, Sorba Thomas. I'll be perfectly honest. I wouldn't know who he played for.
Thank you, Hannah. Thomas.
Wizard saying 100 mins is the norm now. It does seem to be, doesn't it?
I think what they're doing is they're giving. You're going to get like a minute for each sub.
And there have been a few
VAR decisions are going to be 3 minutes.
But I think with injuries, I think they're also like really doing proper.
They're giving it a minute, you know what I mean? Each one. And fair enough. I've no problem with it.
No.
You know, I honestly don't see if you're playing a 90-minute game that you can add on like a minute for the ball is dead. It's a lovely ball in. That's whipped in with pace as well from Robertson. Taken down for Tyler Moore. Shot, nothing.
Does well to block that. That's a tackle. That's a brilliant tackle. Who's that?
Love that. Oh, he's felt it.
Oh, he's hurt himself as well after he's done it. Oh, it's a shame.
Oh, he really felt that.
Ampadu, isn't it? I think he's done his hamstring.
Yeah. No, I think as soon as he put his foot down,
that was straight away done it.
Yeah.
That's an interesting outfit you got on there, mate.
Let's have a look. Bang, bang, bang. Two of them. That's just a lovely bit of football. But this is the first time that he's put any because he's gone down holding his right leg.
Yeah.
But the tackle was, or his left leg, but the tackle was made with his right.
I wonder if he's overstretched something then instead. Like you thought it was the initial contact.
Yeah, Harry Wilson coming off.
He's done better second half. Worked really hard for him.
Yeah, worked really hard. He's got deeper, got more involved in the build-up.
Matt Rex is going to have 17 minutes added time at this rate.
9 minutes up on the board. He dropped into midfield to make it the extra third man in midfield, and it really helped Wales in the second half.
It does, because the one thing he's really good at is I don't think he's got the engine. I think he needs to build his engine up for playing centre mid, but he's got that type of pass you need, I would say.
He's always technically been a good footballer. You know, he's never been blessed with pace, but he's always had a decent pass on him.
His big criticism I always had with him, and I think you saw it when he's on loan at Bournemouth, was his off the ball work wasn't quite what you needed, and he's not quick enough or superstar enough to get away with being carried.
Yeah,
I think that's the main reason his Liverpool thing didn't get sorted out.
Well, it's vital now for Wales that they come away with at least a draw here. At least a draw, and then it could come down to goal difference with what either side can do against Iran.
Emmett said, "Congratulations on having the privilege of spending a fortune on a wedding, Kev."
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, my daughter's only 9, so I've got a few years before I have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
Johnson with the ball here. Can he break through? Oh, just Keith keeps it wide.
Ramsey has lovely ball. That's a really nice bit of football.
Clever play.
Back to Roberts. Ball in for Bale. Gets there, but can't get a head on it.
And Padu's back on the pitch, and he's flying into headers again. So
the only criticism you'd have of the game tonight has been very stop-start. Referee's been very whistle-happy, you know?
Well, I'll say he's still on, but he's definitely knackered. Ampadu, you can tell by the way he's walking.
Yes, there is a massive Welsh contingent in that crowd. And you can't blame him.
You would expect. First World Cup since the 50s, you know.
Yeah, 58.
And the refs points to his watch, so we could be seeing this 17 minutes yet.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know if Wales can make another change.
Jake saying,
Joe Morrell looking to come on.
Yeah, saying we need some very, very kind super chats to help Kev out.
Definitely don't go down that.
Start that as a crowdfund, Kev.
Joe Morrell coming on.
Who's he play for, man?
Like him, actually. Joe Morrell's been around a long time. He's been around the lower leagues for a good while. Knows he's a solid footballer.
Oh, that's a soft free kick.
Yeah.
That was his first touch, wasn't
it? The thing is, what could hurt Wales really, though, is serious note. The quick turnaround in games. They depend on a lot. There's a lot of key players the wrong side of 30 that they're going to be depending on.
Mm.
And the turnaround in matches, I think it's 4 days.
Yeah,
in this heat.
The Welsh squad won't have the same level of depth as some of other countries as well.
No, definitely not. But the US really need
I don't think the US have done like a massive reaction since going to 1-1, though, have they?
No, they haven't.
It's a lot of huff and puff. I mean, I could make it look stupid if they scored.
Surprised Gio Reyna hasn't come on. Yedlin puts the ball in. Wayne Hennessy flaps at it. Wales under a bit of pressure here.
Mm.
Looking for the out ball. That's it. Level
well done on the left.
That's it.
Goal kick. That's 96 minutes now, so
it's
minimum 3 more, but I would expect a bit more than 3, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say maybe for another 5. It's the quality in the passing from the first half is missing from the Americans in the second half.
Yeah, I think a little bit of belief seems to have gone out of them, I think. Because they must have had this earmarked as, where we're going to get our 6 points. They will probably say this one in the Iran game.
Exactly.
Probably the ones they really wanted to get it from.
But both sides would have taken a draw going into it. So
yeah,
both sides will be happy enough. But I think when you're the Americans, when you're 1-up in any type of game, it's not something you want to hear.
Oh. That's a throw.
So Archie, really appreciate that, mate. Archie's watching the match. He's got the TV commentary on mute and he's listening to us rabbiting on like good things.
Bless him.
Yeah, he must be well on the sauce.
We sound like we are. Right, down the right.
Ooh. You look at it, you got to try and work one more chance.
USA are moaning because somebody's down injured.
Yeah, well, he's not injured. He's got cramp.
He's up now.
Yeah, it's amazing how that happens.
Not wide right.
But Wales is looking to try to build to make this the last attack.
Deep cross.
Kiefer Moore. Touch.
The ball for him.
Bit of ricochet in the box. Unlucky.
I should have half that one.
This is where America are dangerous. They have got pace. Well won back. Go on, Ramsey.
Ramsey hit it.
Ooh. Bale chops it back. Nope. That was poor. And he's chopping it back onto his right foot. It's like, what are you doing, kid?
Did it a couple of times, chopped it back into danger. Jake's asking, are you looking forward to the Argentina game tomorrow, Kev? You've been working.
I'll be in work tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll be in work in the morning, yeah. I'll miss the... I mean, to be honest, I usually get home from work half time in the 4 o'clock game.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Oisin, I agree. First half was all US. Second half, Wales have come back into it, but I wouldn't say that you look at it and think that either side have dominated the second half. It's like, Wales have had the better chances. They made Turner do a bit more work, but both sides really do lack that bit of
Wales
quality.
have done enough second half to...
they've done enough to earn the draw.
I think so.
For sure, they've done enough to earn the draw. But probably, we're coming up now on the 9-minute mark. You wonder how much more the ref will add on. Maybe add on another minute or two. It looks like the US, if they're going to do anything, they're going to have to go along to, to get it. unless they're quite happy with the point. Chris Roberts kept it in, gives it back to, I think it was Austin that came on. Yedlin, cross from deep, cleared by Ramsey, but not cleared enough. US are rattling around. There are half chances whipping balls in. D cross.
Go on.
What is he doing there?
Did well the keeper too.
What kind of Bill that?
Oh, surely. It's a team yellow that just as
man, that's a great foul. If there is a foul of the tournament, that is a great foul.
If you're a USA fan, you're made up with that. That's what you want.
Yeah.
That is definitely taking on
Costa, foul of the tournament so far. Absolutely.
Well done to him.
Bula boss.
I think
but yeah, what the hell was Turner doing out there? It looks like the Wales will get one chance, launch it into the box, and Turner.
That's a shite. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
Launches it, and that's full time.
Full time, 1-1.
1-1. I think ultimately both sides are going to be happy with that. Ultimately,
I think that's a fair result. USA dominated the first half. Wales definitely came back into it. Second half, nice.
I expected more quality out of the US, if I'm honest. Especially after the first half. After the first half, I expected a bit more.
They definitely played second half.
We've got the table up there now. England topped the group on 3 points with a +4 goal difference. US and Wales on 1, and Iran 0 points, -4.
So listen, for England, it's a big opportunity now to try and get the qualification box in the next game. But look, I still think USA England, that's going to be an interesting game.
It will be,
because they've got the pace, and if England play a back four, we even saw with Iran, pace will cause that back four issues.
Yeah,
that's where the problem is, and I don't think Bellingham will be given as much freedom to bomb on and just leave Rice in his own like he did.
That'd be a good watch. I think that's Friday night. Yeah, we'll be here for that. Or I'll be here for that anyway.
You'll be there for that. I'll probably have to watch the highlights tonight. That night. So
the Burr. Listen, there's a show coming up at 10 o'clock with a review of the day's action. Please come back for that. Make sure you got your bell icon on and for when it goes live.
But yeah,
Chris, man of the match.
Oh, I didn't thought that far ahead.
Because it's weird because we've watched the game, but we haven't heard the game. We haven't been influenced by what the commentators are saying.
No.
I don't think you could give a man of the match for...
I give Kiefer Moore, because I think his sub is what changes it for Wales. If they carried on the way they played first half, that was never going to work. Kiefer Moore at least gave them something to worry about. Yeah, I thought Musa was good for America.
Yeah, first half Musa was really good. I thought Robinson got up and down really well.
Nico did
left-hand side
pretty well.
Yeah, but Nico was really badly done for their goal.
Yeah. But, Emmett saying Way was good first half, yeah. I'll go Kiefer Moore because I thought his impact is what probably helped Wales.
I'd go with Musa for his efforts while he was in the first half, and he was still good in the second half. He's full of industry.
Yeah.
And he kept the ball really well. For a kid on his debut, 19 years of age.
That's invaluable experience for him.
Huge. But look, thanks to everyone in the chat. As always, you guys are absolutely brilliant. Staying with us all the way through makes the game really well worth it. Really enjoy doing these.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Bonk's going to Pulisic, Tyler Adam. Wilson's deliveries, but Wilson's deliveries are really good. But I think better in the second half when he had someone to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what let Pulisic down, I thought. His final ball and especially set pieces were really disappointing. Keno, they did their jobs. That's very true. But it's also that, yeah.
Cheers, Oisin. Thanks a lot. Guys,
cool.
Be back on at 10 o'clock for a complete roundup of everything that happened today. And there was lots.
Yeah. But listen, Kev, enjoyed that. We should do another one together.
I think we will, for sure.
We will. Don't know when, but we'll try and do another one together.
Definitely find something going on in the week.
Yeah, cool. But listen, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like and share button on your way out, and don't forget our charity. Where was the charity now, Kev? Do we know?
I think it was knocking $5,000 yesterday. So it's 13. I think it's 13 or 1400 to go.
Yeah,
but the link is in the description, so you know the score with that. Just if you can't donate, if you can donate, great. If you can't donate, then just please share it.
Cool. But listen, guys, thanks for watching. So you've got a little bit of time now to make a cup of tea before the guys are back at 10 o'clock for another show. So, smash the bell icon on the way out. That'd be grand. Right, Kev, my old friend. I'll speak to you very soon. See you later, guys.
Night.